Hey everyone, what's up? Excuse me. Anyways, I think I'm gonna prop this up over here. Right over here. Prop this up right here. Anyways, so I got woken up by my pad being full. Because I forgot to change it. And it was pretty full. So that's total team mind shit, but yeah, it was wet and full. So I woke up and changed it, and then I decided to wake up, so I went to bed at like 8 o'clock, got woken up at 10 something by my brother and my son, went back to bed at 10 something till almost 4 a.m. So I got good sleep. So yeah, I'm seeing my son today. I just gotta get the energy to walk to his house after he goes to school. So, and then tomorrow I'm seeing him. So yeah, yesterday was a crazy day because my son wasn't even supposed to go to my house, but my son ended up making up with Ben at the park by their school. Well, actually the park at their school. It's like the playground and everything. Or maybe they went to the park behind the school. I'm not sure. We were gonna go meet them there to see if they were getting along and all that. Me and my roommate, Quinn, which is Ben's mom. But instead, Ben comes home. He got hurt on his bike, so Cameron came over to check on him and everything. And Cameron stayed for a few hours, and he wasn't even supposed to stay that long. I kept telling him to go home, and he didn't listen to me. So I ended up telling my dad and my sister he's gonna come home in a little while. He's just chilling right now. And then it came to be like 5 something at night. And my dad's like, he needs to seriously go home. I'm like, we're waiting on we're waiting on Quinn to take him home. But she's taking for a long time. And then my dad's like, he should just walk home. Because I don't live far away from my son at all. I live like 3 streets up from him or whatever. So me and Ben tried to walk him home, and he didn't want to walk home. We tried really hard to get him to walk with us. He wouldn't walk with us. He's like, Quinn's gonna take me, blah, blah, blah. And I contacted her, and, she said, she can't take him. She's busy, and all that. She's sorry, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, Cameron's like, okay, have Grandpa pick me up, and so it was really frustrating, very stressful, because we tried really hard to get Cameron to walk with us. He wouldn't walk with us. He just going on. blah, blah, blah. I wanted to go back to the house, our house, and blah, blah, blah. And it was just really frustrating, stressful. I was telling Cameron that he's going to seriously ruin things for me and him. He's going to make it so he can't go to my house anymore. Because it's true, my sister and my dad said, he's not even allowed at your house on school days. He's not allowed to even see you on school days, but we let you see him at our house, blah, 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 you know what I mean? It's just like, he's not even supposed to be at your house. He's not even supposed to even see you on the weekdays, but we let you, you know what I mean? But he's not supposed to be at your house on school days. And this isn't the first time Cameron has not gone home when we tell him to go home. He's done this many, many times. During summer break, he wouldn't go home when we told him to, because him and Ben got into a fight during the summer. And he seriously had to be literally pushed out of the house and locked out, throwing a tantrum to my niece. With my dad waiting in the car, him throwing a tantrum to my niece. Me crying because I felt like I literally, did something wrong with my son and literally kicked my son out of the house. And I literally felt like I knew I did the right thing, but, all that. But that made me cry that time. I couldn't even go have a cigarette until he left. That was during the time that he didn't leave our house when he was supposed to. But this time he wouldn't go home. And he knew that he had school, but he wanted to get a ride from Ben's mom. You know what I mean? So, and my dad and sister literally wanted to go home right then and there. And I told him, I said to my son, you're going to make it so you can never go to my house, because you won't go home when we tell you to go home. You won't walk home with us. And it was just really frustrating for me, really stressful for me. So my dad ended up picking us up. My son said he won't go in the car home unless we went with him, so we went with him. And then as we're gonna walk home, Cameron tries to follow us home, and we're close to his house, and then we kept telling him, go in the house, go in the house, go in the house, over and over again. And Cameron kept saying that he wants a hug and all this stuff from me and blah, blah, blah. And I said, you're not following us home. He literally wanted to go back to my house. And I just was like, I just didn't understand what was going through his mind. But what was going through his mind was exactly what he told me, that he wishes he'd live with me. He wishes that I had custody of him, fully custody, not just shared custody. That he literally misses me, and that he's doing this because he loves me, and that he doesn't want to leave me. And that just makes me really sad, that I wanted him to live with me when I lived with me and Russell, 2 years ago or a year and a half ago or whatever long it was. I tried to get Cameron to live with us when me and Russell moved in with his mom and dad. I don't know how long ago it was, but yeah. But it backfired on me. My sister ended up getting shared custody of him and literally made him live with her. So Cameron it really hurts Cameron, and Cameron seriously wants me to try to get custody of him, but I just feel like right now it's not a good time. I feel like if I did that, my sister would literally get full custody of him and make it so I can never see him again or something. And right now, taking that I live so close to Cameron, I have a lot more time with him, and my sister lets me see him whenever I want. And before, she'd let me see him whenever I want, but I couldn't because I live 40 minutes away from him, and I couldn't see him every day because it's a long trip and takes a lot of gas money, and there was no way I could see him every day. You know, on weekdays at school, I would only see him on the weekends, and now I get to see him whenever I want. On days that my sister's working, I get to see him. So I get a lot of leeway and a lot more time with him nowadays than I used to. So, but he literally wants to see me all the time, every day. And I can't do that right now. I don't want it to backfire me. My sister literally getting full custody and then getting upset that I tried to get him back and then ended up not letting me ever see him again. And that would make it worse for me and Cameron. You know what I mean? So I know my sister would end up getting like a high-cost lawyer, so I told Cameron when he's 13, he can make a decision where he lives, and it'll be better at age 13 for me to try to get him back. Because Ben's mom told me that at 13 they can decide where they go and everything, so, but yeah, and then, yeah, so, I just feel bad. I feel sad about everything. You know, my son's very sad about everything. He wants me to have him all the time. You know, he sometimes goes to my house when he's not allowed to go, and, you know, he never really gets caught by them because they don't honestly watch him as much as they should, but he literally sometimes comes over to my house and I'll be smoking a cigarette and I'll literally hear him say, "Mommy, Mommy, Mama," and I'll literally tell him to leave and talk to him for a little tiny bit and then tell him to go home, and he'll go home. Or I've had times where they've literally called me on the phone asking if he went to my house, and I'll say literally he went to my house, and I've had them say that if he doesn't stop going to my house, I've literally called the cops. And they've threatened to call the cops because they're terrible people and they want it to stop, but there's nothing really the cops would do. I literally just tell them the truth that they don't really watch him because they honestly don't really watch him that much. So, and, you know, yeah. He recently got hurt on something, and his thumb is literally cut across right here. It's cut, and split open. And I told them that they need to get stitches for him, and they didn't get him stitches like I told them to. So I don't know how good that's gonna heal or whatever, but they should have honestly got him stitches like I told them. And my son said the nurse at his school said he should have gotten stitches, and that he told the nurse that my mom told them to give him stitches, but they didn't give him stitches. So I'm hoping that they don't call CPS on my family, but yeah, they should have literally got him stitches. But they didn't listen to me, so I hope everything works out with that. I hope that it heals properly. They've been bandaging it up and taking good care of it and making sure it doesn't get infected and all that, which I'm happy about that. They've been taking really good care of it, so that's good, but my family literally doesn't listen to me, so when I tell them to do something or whatever, they don't listen to me. They are getting him on medication, which I've told them many times that he needs to get on medication, but they didn't want him to because he doesn't take the meds for him, but they changed their mind. And now they're gonna get him on medication, but yeah, seems my family doesn't really listen to me, even though I am his mother. They don't like listening to me, so I'm glad they're listening to me about the medication, and I'm glad that they're taking care of his cut, so that's good, but, yeah, they're taking really good care of it, so, but, anyways, but yeah, Hey, there's 2 people in here. What's up? How's it going? Anyways. But yeah. Ugh. So. But. I was gonna go all day not messaging Russell, but I couldn't do it around 9 something at night or 10 something at night. I finally messaged him before I went to bed or whatever time it was when I messaged him. Told him that I'm really stressed out and everything, blah blah blah. That I don't know how much more I could take, blah, blah, blah. And then I messaged him, all you do is ignore me, and he didn't message me at all. So, I don't know what the hell to do about him. I think I just need to leave it alone. See if I can get him to miss me or whatever, but he hasn't talked to me. He hasn't called me or anything like that for 5 days, except telling me that he's at work, so yeah. So, Josh said I should leave him alone and see if he messes me or whatever and just not talk to him anymore, but I don't know. I just wish he'd call me or whatever. Pretty sure he'll call me out of the blue or whatever, but yeah. So, maybe he's just busy at work or something, but I don't know. So, anyways. Oh. Oh. I need to empty my ashtray sometime. Ugh. I don't even remember what I dreamed about, you guys. Anyways, thumbs up, subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.